The angel of divine intervention. So I chose the angel of divine intervention today because life on the planet has been really intense. Here in the United States, it's been a little bit bizarro world. So I thought the divine intervention angel from my book, The Essential Guide to Everyday Angels, which is somewhere around here, it's on our table, um, would be a good angel to connect with for what's going on in the world, but for each of us individually, because we're all experiencing a major change because of the global pandemic. Now, the main thing with everyday angels that we need to recall and remember always is to get help, you need to ask. Angels cannot intervene or get involved unless they are requesting, you request their assistance, because we have free will here on planet Earth, and they are happy and willing to assist us, but we do need to ask. And that's usually true with our friends and our family too. If we want help, we need to ask, right? So now the next thing is, here are some questions. I love to have contemplative questions, questions that you can ask yourself. Why do I need help that's beyond ordinary at this time? So that's for you to answer, not me, you. What miracle would help me? So something that's going to be miraculous in your eyes. What specific assistance do I need to overcome this current situation? So even think about, what specifically do you want help with? How do you want it to play out? And then ask for divine intervention to do it for the highest good of all concerned. So some tools to help you when you're looking at a situation that seems to be beyond anything that can, make it better. It's dismal. You can't see the way out. This angel can be advocate on your behalf. You'd have to ask them and change a likely outcome to something that's much better. So ask for help with your concerns. So the angel of divine intervention, and I have this written on this PowerPoint for those of you that are watching in this way. The angel of divine intervention aligns with your consciousness to inspire you with ideas that can show you how to transform a challenging situation into one that is more in alignment with the greatest good for all concerned. So the key here, I think, is that you want to be inspired with ideas on how to overcome the situation. So it's asking the angel to download, give you the information, share something to help you, whether it's in a dream, whether it's in a billboard, whether it's, on a license plate in front of you. Perhaps it's even in a situation where you might overhear a conversation. I call it non-intentional eavesdropping, where you overhear a conversation and you're like, wow, that's an answer to my question. And I've had that happen a lot. But so once we ask the questions, and once we ask for the help, we don't have to decide how it's going to come, but we can be aware of all the different signs and symbols in the way that we receive it. And sometimes they come repetitively. Maybe you watch a sitcom on TV, and then you read something on Facebook, and then you go over on your Instagram feed, and then bye. And then my husband's heading out. And then you might see it, as something that you're reading in a book, and so pay attention, because all those little pieces of the puzzle will give you the answers from the angel of divine intervention. Now, it's always beneficial to align your chakras. It's always helpful to work with your chakra system. And what I've done in the Essential Guide to Everyday Angels, and this is where I've derived this information that I've written from, is from that book. I give you information about what chakras, what essential oils, what gemstones you can use, what supportive archangels, and so on. There's a lot to help you. But I just put the chakras here because what we can do is we can focus on the crown chakra, that activate that energy that you want to tap into miracles. The heart chakra, to connect with your spiritual essence. This is the fulcrum point between the upper three chakras and the lower three chakras. Staying heart-centered and heart-focused is always a good idea. The root chakra, so that you have a grounded approach, that you're not all airy-fairy out there in never land. You're in the present moment, You're focused, you're mindful, and you're paying attention to everything that's going on around you. The solar plexus is to remember your magnificence. And what I mean by remember your magnificence is having self-confidence, remembering that you are someone special, and you are, each and every one of us, we're all special. And this helps when we're trying to overcome something that looks dismal, it's challenging. And then the third eye chakra, to use visionary realizations to actualize the blessings. So what I mean by that is I have, and I'm sure you have too, will receive insights, ideas. You might even have a view of something that is in your mind's eye that shows you what to do, and this can be from the very ordinary to the extraordinary, a situation that's dismal, and you'll get some ideas that come through in more as a vision. But it could also be you hear something, clairaudience. You might get a feeling about something, clairsentience, or you just have, all of a sudden you just know what to do, which is claircognizance, and so on. So it's paying attention, using the energy of the third eye for those clairs. So hopefully, I just heard a sound, so I need to check. I thought I muted everybody, so bear with me. And I have to take care of that. So just one moment, somebody unmuted themselves and I have to mute them. I don't know how to get them to mute. Mute all, here we go. Pardon me. And I just need to, so I'm gonna mute everybody. So we're gonna go into a meditation. And so now everybody should be muted. And if you're not muted, would you mute yourself, please? Pretty please, I appreciate it. All right, so we're getting ready to do one more thing, which is take a look at some of the archangels. And when I say take a look at, for those of you that aren't seeing my PowerPoint presentation, it's fine. You'll hear my voice and I'll tell you. So we have Archangel Michael, who we can call on for constant protection. So many people love Archangel Michael. For those of you that love my aromatherapy sprays, you can spray the Archangel Michael spray. You can get out a picture of Archangel Michael. Some of you are watching this on the Crystal Garden Facebook page, and that is a view of what an Archangel Michael might look like. That's an artist rendition. Archangel Raphael for healing support through the transformation, because Archangel Raphael, colored green, notice the colors beside each one of these bullet points: blue for Archangel Michael, green Archangel Raphael, to support you because you might have to feel like you need to heal something within yourself to overcome whatever the challenges that you're needing divine intervention. Archangel Gabriel, or Gabrielle, like I like to call her, for visions and realizations. So that's like also an association with the third eye chakra. So that I like to use Archangel Gabriel to ask to please bring me ideas through the dream time. So for me, I don't necessarily remember the dream, but I wake up knowing something. And I'm sure it's because of what I dreamed, And then Archangel Uriel to stay on the path of enlightenment and higher wisdom. So that's to ask that you receive higher wisdom, like from an elder age, like the ancient ones who have been here, done this, know how it works, and you need that help from someone who has done it before. And so blue for Archangel Michael, green for Raphael, red for Gabriel, and gold and yellow for Uriel. Now, I recommend to do a petition or a prayer. That's what I call it, as a prayer. But I also, in the book, I call it a petition. So this is an example. You can reword this yourself. That's more applicable to how you might speak. But for right now, if you could maybe uncross your legs, put your legs straight, your back straight, maybe do a little bit of shifting of the day, get your shoulders back and down. And let's focus on our heart center. I'm going to fix my pillow here. Be aware of your breath. Oh, angel of divine intervention, I don't know what to do next or how to handle this situation. Please guide the way so that I know what the next best step is to take. Help me to see what I should not do with regard to the present situation. Help me find the right words and the best course of action. If it's best to do nothing or completely remove myself from the situation, guide me away from the action. Please show me how to proceed by sending symbolic messages and inspiration. And thank you. So you can reread that if you wish a couple of times more. This will stay up on the Facebook pages. So don't you worry about that. That will be available. It will be going up on YouTube probably next week sometime. As soon as we have the time to do it, it will go up on Facebook. But you can also buy my book, The Essential Guide to Everyday Angels, if you want. Got to do a little plug there. So now we're going to move right into a meditation. And I'm going to leave this particular slide up for now. So that, but really it's time to lower your eyelids, to close your eyes. So I'd like to recommend that and to go ahead and just let yourself lower your eyelids, close your eyes. And I'm removing my face from the screen. You don't need to watch me with my eyes closed. And put your feet flat on the ground if you haven't already done it. Uncross your legs. Be aware of your breath, the inhale and the exhale. Breathing in through your nose and then exhaling through your nose. We're just going to do a short little meditation now, or a guided imagery experience. And again, I'm going to remind you to put your shoulders back and down to make sure that your head is over your spinal cord, not hanging down in front of you. You can rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth comfortably without forcing it, just to create a closed circuit. Your hands can be comfortably in your lap, either face up or face down is fine, either way. And let's start with every breath that we take, we're going to clear away any worries, doubts, or fears of the day. And that's the way we're going to do this today, is to imagine a gray cloud in front of you. Not that far in front of you. It's pretty close in your energy field. It's just temporary. But for this moment, I'd like for you to place all your worries, doubts, fears, and concerns into the gray cloud. My voice will be quiet for a few moments, or maybe one moment, as you focus on what is it that you want to release, whether it's today, things that you thought of today or in the past days, weeks, or months. Fears, doubts, worries, into the gray cloud. Following your breath, the inhale and the exhale, as you contemplate what you're putting into the gray cloud. It could be any type of fear, doubt, or worry. Okay. Sure, you put some things in there. I know I did. And some of us probably have some of the same things, I bet, that went into our great cloud. So as a community, as a group, as we do this, have this experience, whether you're in the present moment watching this live or watching this later on Instagram, on Facebook or YouTube, know that we are doing this as a group, which is more powerful. Let us all take this moment now to release this gray cloud and let it pour out of our energy field. And I like to imagine and visualize that it's pouring out through the soles of my feet. So I'd like to recommend that you imagine you have trap doors on the bottoms of your feet. Your feet are down on the ground, facing right into Mother Earth. Imagine that trap doors open. Oh, and all that stuff just pours out of you, pours out of your mental body. It pours out of your emotional body, your physical body, and your spiritual body. It's just flowing out. The moment that you open those trap doors with your imagination, yes, You are making believe, but it's very powerful. And just imagine it's all flowing out of you. Know that Mother Earth is taking it on like compost or fertilizer, really transforming and transmuting it. So you don't need to worry about it. Just let it all go. Let it just empty out of your consciousness. Take a few deeper breaths to push any remnants of this energy out of you. Another deep breath. The angel of divine intervention is with you at all times. So I know that for a little while my voice was muted because I got a little alert on the screen. But during that time, you were probably contemplative and connecting with this angel of divine intervention, which is perfect. And you can also ask the angel to help not only yourself, but also those that are near and dear to you. I know I did. So if there's anything further that you need to say or want to ask that angel to help you with, now's the time. Perfect. Very good. Good. Now, I would like for you to imagine that you are continuing to carry the vibration of all five. Here's the number five again, the four archangels and the angel of divine intervention. For those of you who were here before we started, we pulled a card and I talked about how there's when it's time to let go and release situations from our past, and whether it's 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago. And I stated that the number five has to do with change. So now these five angels, everyday angel, divine intervention, and the four archangels stay with you just because we're coming out of this meditation now, and you can come out of this meditation now if you wish, is to start to observe your breath, the inhale and the exhale. And be aware that when you breathe in, your body expands, and when you're breathing out, your body contracts, and you maybe need to move your head around a little and move your shoulders a little bit. You can do all those things and start to come back. Imagine that you have white light roots growing from the soles of your feet. And that's those white light roots are actually going to help you to ground yourself, to be here now, to be present again. And so I want to thank you for participating. As you can see, I have a lot of books and decks that you can use to help you with any changes that you need to go through. And know that those angels are staying with you. They're going to be maintaining, as long as you want them to, you decide, it's up to you, that they will stay with you and help you in your life. And so that will also help you have more confidence, because it's like, oh, I've got a team of angels around me. It's really powerful to keep that focus and use your imagination. So now that was short and sweet, right? Just some ideas, some inspiration, a little mini meditation. It doesn't take a lot of effort. And it's all told, we just had like 22 minutes. That's it. But very powerful as far as I'm concerned. And hopefully you felt it too. So now we're going to move on to our Facebook event that we do on Tuesday nights at 6. Now it's more like 6:20, 6:30 that we start them, because we gather, so many of us get together, and we invite you, if you haven't done it with us, have joined us, please come. We laugh a lot and often, which is such a relief. But also it's camaraderie, community. And if you feel like shopping, yay, thank you. A little shopping therapy. It's keeping the Crystal Garden alive during the global pandemic. So you would meet us over at the Crystal Garden page on Facebook if you have time and you want to join us. If not, it stays on that page and you can watch it at another time. So now we're going to shift gears. Are we good to shift gears, Miss Kate and Katrina? We're good? Are you back from the meditation? You're not all stunad? Excellent, excellent. So shall I go ahead and end this particular? All right, everybody. Those of you that are on Zoom and on my personal page, thank you so much for being with me.